Hi guys, my name is Michael Tiller. I'm the CEO of Jybe. I just wanted to hop on here and give us a quick intro. Jybe is building a buy now, pay later for digital subscriptions. We pay the upfront cost of a discounted annual or longer term subscription option directly to the merchant business, then break it back up into monthly payments and bill the user back now at a cheaper monthly rate. Jybe's MVP product is going to take a merchant disconnected approach to gain our initial traction. That is, we are going to bring users to our site, marketing to them a way to save on their subscriptions every month. There, we will issue them a virtual credit card to go purchase the upfront annual or longer term discounted subscription option paid for by Jybe. Then Jybe will bill them back every month at that cheaper monthly rate. Now, my colleagues, Ian and Michael, will walk you through their respected parts.
Hi, my name is Ian Vardy. I'm the CTO of Jybe, and I'm here to take you through our design and architecture diagram. This is split into three parts. The first being a detailed diagram, a UML diagram of all the interactions between all of the APIs in our database in the representation of the user journey. So we really wanted to understand all of those pieces and those interactions before we started to get into architecture. This directly informs our architecture diagram, which is the next part. It is simple but secure, using AWS's services and security, and relies heavily on a lot of interactivity with third-party APIs. And the last is our ER diagram. So I'm going to give you a brief overview of all of that. As you can see, we really landed quickly on the components that we needed to be able to architect. Our Jybe website is represented right here. Single sign-on technology is represented right here. Our credit check API is represented right here. Our payment process API is represented right here. And our virtual credit card issuer API represented right here. And of course the Jybe backend. And I'll let you go through this. It really details a lot of the failure points that we suspect might come up and our catching of those failure points. If anything, like a bad credit check comes up or something blips up in the internet, we sort of took all of that into account. So there's a lot going on through the interactivity here, but essentially they check for a sign up. We do a credit check right here. And we start the order if it's good, interaction with the backend right here. If all is good after the credit check, we move, you can see that we move right here to our payment processing API. This line here, issue a payment to make purchase. So we've got that data. And of course that checks for failures, but if that's successful right here, we actually automatically make the virtual credit card purchase right here, and you can see that interactivity with that VCC issuer. So it's fairly waterfall. Right here we hit the credit, right here we hit the payment, and down here we hit the VCC. Of course, all through this we're tracking an order in our database. And when all is said and done, we of course give a virtual card details page to the end user right here. This really helped inform the next part. All of these flows are represented in our user in the architecture diagram, which is of course communicating with a front-end web server in HTTPS and SSL. Inside of AWS services and security, the backend Node.js server, and a Postgres database. This backend, of course, is making TLS calls out to Stripe, which is our payment processing, TransUnion, which is our credit check, and Intercash, which is our virtual credit card issuer. And then finally, if we just do a deep dive on our Postgres right here, we have an entity relationship diagram of the user data that we're capturing, the purchase information, any optional merchant data that has been entered by the user, and of course, our virtual credit card order tracking and receipts we're getting back from the issuer. Thank you very much. I hope this has helped and very grateful for the opportunity. Thank you.
So today we're going to be giving you a product walkthrough, and let's get started. So here you can see how it all works. Below we have a little payment calculator. So say your subscription costs $100, your monthly cost will only be $9.58. So let's continue. All of our security is done with auth 0 because if it's not broken, don't fix it. Continue. Here's our little soft warning that we're going to do an asset check through TransUnion because apparently people don't like the word credit check. So let's fill all this in. Here's the info for our subscription, name, email, annual cost. And TransUnion folks, here is your customer consent form. By clicking below, you consent for TransUnion doing whatever TransUnion does. So let's sign up. You're approved. And there we go. It is the promised price for 12 months. So let's go on to our Stripe checkout. This is all Stripe testing data, so I don't have to spend any money here, thank God. We're going to subscribe. And once that goes through, ta-da, here is your card. Granted, in the live version of this, TransUnion may take more than 0.01 seconds for their API call, as will our decisioning matrix, so it might be a little slower. But this part right here is fairly accurate, except replaces card with an actual card from Intercash. And there you go. That's a product walkthrough.
And I just kind of wanted to give you guys an overview of what exactly Jybe is looking to accomplish while we're at Techstars during that time. And what we really are going to take advantage of your guys' great resources and help us improve on our product. So some of the main things that we have three things we're looking for, three main things. So we want to add additional functionalities onto our MVP. So that could be things like subscription tracking, bundling, browsing, we have all of these plans for additional functionalities beyond just that basic MVP that we want to start implementing then. We also want to look into scalability, as the first MVP is going to, obviously, as any of them do, start pretty small, but we want to be able to build our product to take on rapid scale or rapid growth. And then finally, we want to work on getting the product ready for those merchant integrations that'll come down the road and all the additional work that'll come with that. So thank you.